Introduction to Twinmotion Interface. In this lesson, we will discover the interface of Twinmotion 2019. Let's open up the program by clicking its shortcut, and there we are. First thing, you will see a pop-up window called Navigation. Here you can change the navigation mode of the mouse according to the software you are coming from, whether you are used to working with Revit, 3ds Max, ArchiCAD, Cinema 4D, or SketchUp. The mouse navigation will be the same, so you don't get confused. For me, I am a 3ds Max user, so I will choose 3ds Max. Now let's get familiar with the interface. Just like most programs, first we have a menu bar at the top here. This has three menus: File, Edit, and Help. File has the basic files and scene handling of opening, saving, and importing files. Edit menu has buttons like Undo, Redo, Copy, Paste, Delete, and Resource Collector, and other stuff. And also you can access preference of the program where you can change settings, quality, and appearance. In settings you can set preference for unit setup, whether you prefer to work with meters or inches. Timestamp, whether you want to choose time of the day using 24-hour mode or 12 hours mode. Reflection probes resolution, you have settings in viewport or at export. To control the reflections quality, you can set lower quality in viewport, and when it comes to rendering, it renders reflections at a higher quality. Custom passes is where you like user library to be saved. Its default is in Documents folder, but if you are going to add large amount of models to be there at the library, it's going to fill up drive C. In that case, you can change the location of where user library will be saved. Angle snap. For rotation, it is set to 5 degrees. Save. You have also an option to auto-save your files every 15 minutes. That will be helpful if the program crashes and you forget saving, so you will not lose your work. So, better tick it. Interval is how often you like it to auto-save. Number is the number of files to auto-save. So in case the program crashes, you will have one file from 15 minutes ago, and one from 30 minutes ago, and another one from 45 minutes ago. Path is where you're going to find these files. Default is also in My Documents. Better change it so it doesn't fill up drive C. I like to keep it with the folder of my current work and change it every time I have a new project. And export. Click on Reflection Update so the program will recalculate reflections before it renders. The next tab is Quality. We have 4 general settings of quality: low, medium, high, and ultra. That depends on how powerful your computer is, especially the graphic card and the processor. On my computer, it is default set to high. On other computers, it might be default set to low or medium or even ultra. You may need to decrease quality when scenes get heavy and working on them gets slower. But that will only affect the viewport quality. When it renders, it will be full quality. On the Appearance tab, we can change language, color interface, dark or light, and option to disable visual helpers, sounds, or info support. Footstep is the sound of walking when you output your game-like project, and the volume of that sound. Next, we have Help menus. It has link to the website, forum, YouTube channel, navigation options, shortcuts, and check for updates. On the left hand side, we have a small triangle. When we click on it, it expands the library of materials and objects. It's a great library, by the way, and we will get to know it in details in later lectures. On the right hand side, we have another triangle that expands layers and object names. In our scene here, we have two objects, scene graph and starting ground. By clicking on the eyes here, we can show and hide them. Down here, we have statistics of how your computer is performing at how many frames per second. GPU and CPU usage, file loading time, how many polygons in the scene, how many objects, and texture size. And here we have last image render time and last video render time. There is also a small eye icon here by which we can control daytime, navigation speed, snapshots, beam motion and VR, views, and clipping. We will examine this later in the course. We also have three dashes here that open up file and edit menus combined. Down here we have 5 small icons. Each opens up some possibilities. First icon is for importing files. Second one, called Urban, that has context passes, camera align, and measure. We will learn about that later in the course. Nature, this is where we will control sun orientation, weather, lighting, vegetation, and ocean. Very powerful tools. And here we have media, where we can set up our shots, panorama, videos, and beam motion. And the last one is where to choose what to export from the media shots or videos that has been set. Lastly, in the middle here is the function of the selection, whether you want to move, rotate, or scale, or pick a material to edit. Let's jump straight into action by opening up the demo scene that comes with Twinmotion. Press on the 3 dashes, go to Demo Scene, Materials Room to open this file. Don't save this scene and let it load. Now we are ready to get some general idea about Twinmotion navigation and its capabilities in the next video.